Epiphany Suite. I'm your host, Miss Shala. We ran a little bit late. We had a little technical difficulties, but I assure you the show will be just as packed as it normally is. So this just means y'all should have had enough time now to go and sit down and relax, get a little drink or drink, which depends on how you feeling. Because we still have still gonna be a dope show. But sometimes things happen and we acknowledge it and it is what it is. But we're here and we made it, and that's really all that counts. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna hop right into it. I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to my guest co-host for tonight. And you want to make sure that you stay tuned all night with us because she has a lot to tell you about. You all know that I am a firm believer in multiple streams of income. I am a firm believer in Black girl magic. I am a firm believer in I love a chick that gets to the bag and does it the right way. I'm also advocate of Black love, all of that. So, with that being said, let me introduce you all tonight to my guest co-host that will be with us tonight. None other. She is married to my brother, one of the dopest dudes ever. She is married to him. She's a wise woman, if I must say so myself. Miss Erica Rouse. Hi, love. How are you?
Hey, girl. Hey.
How you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I am so, it was so exciting telling Bobby that I was going to be hanging with you tonight because, he sees you as his friend.
Uh-huh.
And so he was excited. He's like, hey, you're doing what? I'm like, yeah.
That is the brother. That is the homie. Not only is my brother by nature, and he's also my Leo brother, so you automatically know how we are. So tell him I ain't forgot about him. No, I don't get his Leo feelings. Don't do that. But I got him. No, I got him. He know I got him. But thank you so much for joining us tonight. So later on in the show, we're going to talk to you. Like I said, I'm a firm believer of multiple streams of income, and she has that information. And she's actually done a lot throughout her career. So we're going to get a chance to talk to her. Because as you know, it's not always easy. Just because we make it look good, that does not mean that the journey is anywhere near being easy, okay? So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and tell you what. We're going to go ahead and hop into some birthdays because we always start out celebrating life. We always do that. And so, this week, celebrating a birthday, we have some Black excellence that is, going in. We have Chris Tucker. We have KC of Jodeci. Oh, singing KC. Cat Williams, we have him. He is celebrating a birthday. And this one, I'm going to be honest, this threw me off. August Alsina was born in September? What the hell? Okay, he been entangled since his birth. That's how about that, because that don't even sound right. None other than the one and only, the ill nana herself, Miss Foxy Brown, is celebrating a birthday. I'm going to be honest with you. That's when it hit me. I'm like, ooh, we both real grown. I'm real grown. And the ever handsome and sexy Idris Elba is celebrating a birthday. And also comedian Leslie Jones. And also, we didn't get a chance to celebrate it last week because we were not here. Remember, we pre-recorded the show, and shout out to everybody that called and checked on my mom after surgery. She's doing great. But it was Michael Jackson's birthday. He one of some of my favorite Virgos, because, something I can't rock with y'all Virgos. Y'all getting y'all's feelings or whatever. So, but we do have some favorites, and that would be Michael Jackson be one. He is the great. There will never be another. And then last but not least, Beehive Rev Up. It is your time. None other than Beyonce is celebrating her birthday this week. And to everybody who is celebrating a birthday this week, baby, the way 2020 is looking, we are so excited that you are celebrating another trip around the sun. Such a beautiful thing. And tis better. Trust me, in 2020, tis better to be celebrated than to be remembered. Because it's no joke out here in these streets. So congratulations to you. All our Virgos, stand up. Like I said, y'all know I just have to stop it at the creative part because y'all be in y'all's feelings a lot. But, so we're going to take a quick break. We're going to get into some music. And when we come back, we have a lot to talk about. Me and Erica are going to talk about who is getting into the Dancing with the Stars. and somebody getting hit up for child support. They asking for a lot of amount of child support. I can't relate because I don't have no children. I'm doing good keeping some $10 plants alive, okay? So we come back, we're gonna get into that. It is the Epiphany Suite right here on IBNX Radio, ATL's Next 100.
Headland and the low, what's the starter? Something good. Where me and my nigga rode the martyr through the hood, just trying to find that hook up. Now every day we looked up at the ceiling, watching ceiling fans go round, trying to catch that feeling off instrumental. Had my pencil and plus my paper. We caught the 86 lot on your headed to Decatur, writing rhymes, trying to find our spot off in that light off in that spot, knowing that we can rock, doing the hole in the wall club. This shit here must stop, like freeze. We making the crowd move, but we not making no G's, and that's a no.
A 1-2, dope niggas in the Cadillac, they call us. Went from Plagueis boss to boss, putting the South up on the map. It's like Little Rock to banging. Niggas say motherfuck that plaguing. They paying, we staying lagging. Vocals, locales done. Made it with them big boys up in this industry. Outcast, yeah, them niggas they making big noise. Over 1 million sold to this day. Niggas they take it like they 96 gon' be that year that all y'all Plagueis haters can bite me. Around this bitch, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Back in the day when I was younger, hunger, looking to fill me belly with that rallies. Bullshit, pull shit off like it was supposed to be pulled. Full of the tick, I was stone like them white boys. Smoking them white girls before them blunts got crunk. Chunky asses, passes getting thrown like Hail Marys, and they looking like Halle Berry. So fine, intertwined. But we ain't sipping wine, we just chilling. I'm the rabbit villain, and I'm so high, smoking freely. Me, Lil B, Rick Moan and Suge, and my little brother James. Things changed in the hood where I live at. Them rats know, mama, I want to sing, but mama, I want to trick. And mama, I'm sucking dicks now. We moving on up in the world like elevators. Me and the crew, we pimps like 82. Me and you like Tone. Yeah. Like this, East Point, and we gone. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors.
Got stopped at the mall the other day. Heard a call from the other way that I just came from. Some nigga was saying something, talking about smoke some. You remember from school? No, not really, but he kept smiling like a clown, facial expression looking silly, and he kept asking me, what kind of car you drive? I know you paid, I know y'all got buku with hoes from all them songs that y'all done made. And I replied that I've been going through the same thing that he has. True, I got more fans than the average man, but not enough loot to last me to the end of the week. I live by the beat like you live, check to check. If you don't move your feet, then I don't eat, so we like neck to neck. Yes, we done come a long way like them slim ass cigarettes from Virginia. This ain't gonna stop, so we just gonna continue.
And you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too. Rolling down the strip on Vogues.
Epiphany Suite. I'm your host, Miss Shala. You can follow me on Instagram at only1 Shala, Shala, and you can follow the Epiphany Suite at Epiphany Suite. And sitting in with me tonight is none other than Miss Erica Rouse. How are you doing? She's not there? She'll be back in a minute. she's doing good, so she'll be back. So now you heard me talking to Johnny, so I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to my engineer.
How you doing?
Yeah. So I guess me and you had chatted up. So they announced the Dancing for the Stars 2020 cast has been announced. And
you know what's funny? I thought I was on that list because I saw the last of it and it said Johnny Weird. I was like,
yeah, different one.
Johnny, and I had to Google this whole man. Like, okay, you're like a few letters off. For a
Yeah.
copyright strike, you sir.
You know what? This is an interesting cast. One, they have a new host, Tyra Banks. Yeah, you know what? We're always happy for sis to get a bag.
I don't know who Tyra Banks is now.
Yeah.
Tyra Banks for Dancing with the Stars. That's gonna be funny.
You think?
That's gonna be a good time. I'll watch that, and I don't watch stuff like that.
It's kind of like a, I don't know. I'm happy if anybody to get a new opportunity. I would, but in the same token, I'm like, is that a good fit? But they think that it is, and get your money. That's what we're gonna say. But they announced just some of the people that are gonna be on this season. From The Real, Jenny Mai, talk show host Jenny Mai, fashion icon, and Jeezy's girlfriend. Fiance. Fiance. Let's make sure I get that right. Is it Sky or Sky Jackson? Sky Jackson. Who? Let me tell you something. If her mom, I have a whole girl crush on. Her mama's so fine.
Her mom vicious. Her mama. If I heard Mama Bear, that's Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Sky's mom would drag you to the
and look good doing it.
Trenches and some heels.
Yeah, and she fine. Yeah, I got to go and get to the sister.
She look like
you ain't seen Sky's mama? Go look at Sky's mama, y'all. Go look at Sky's mama. Sky's mama is fine. I'm not even mad at that. And Eric, if you do hop back in, just let us know what's happening here. We'll bring you on in, baby.
I'll go. Yeah, I'm here. I'm just listening.
Okay, yeah. So, Sky Jackson. Have you seen Sky Jackson's mama?
I have not, but I feel like I need to go look right now.
Go look. She fine.
So I'm looking at a picture of him, and that's kind of creepy.
What kind of fine? Like Megan fine?
Say that again, Erica.
I said, what kind of fine? Like Megan fine? That kind of fine?
We're gonna put her with Angela Bassett and them fine. Like,
I'm gonna say grown woman fine.
She grown woman fine. I'm gonna put her with the Angela Bassett, with the Halle Berry, with that crew right there. Like, I'm gonna put her with there. I am. I'm gonna go ahead and give her that. And just to know that she still don't have no problem going straight mama on you, like it ain't nobody's business. Yeah, that she fine. She is. I got to give it to her. Also, actress Anne Heche. She is going to be participating. And recently retired NFLer Vernon Davis, Super Bowl champ. Vernon Davis is going to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I just don't enjoy the show at all.
I tried. Dancing with the Stars is one of those I was never able really to get into. I tried though. I did try. And my problem is, I'll be honest, I'm on my Issa Rae flow when it comes to shows like that. I'm rooting for everybody black.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't. But now I will root for AJ from Backstreet Boys. He is going to be a contestant on there. And Nelly is going to be Dancing with the Stars. When hip-hop grows up and starts ballroom dancing.
Right.
Who in the hell left the gate open?
Why bring Chris Brown?
Because Chris Brown, he too much of a dance. I don't think they could handle Chris Brown.
All he gotta do is just do the backflip.
You can't do that though. They doing the waltz and the cha-cha and the foxtrot.
Do the backflip into the waltz. I know he can do it.
You know what? Chris is now,
he evolved.
Yeah, he's evolving out. We're, seeing him come through that. But this is the one that's really just got me.
I hope it's not the one you about to tell me.
Yes. And, Carol Baskin. Now, Carol Baskin is, Erica, do you know what Carol Baskin is?
I really do. Yes, I do.
Okay, so how is it that done made songs about this woman that she killed her husband, fed him to the tigers, and now she dancing with the stars. If I was her partner, I say, listen here, heifer. You better not bring Nan Cat up in this rehearsal. Not Nan Cat.
None.
And can I get on the show now?
Yes, you can.
You can.
I'm gonna have to.
Go ahead. They got Carol back. They got a whole murderer on the show now.
Yeah, she
You need to get her agent.
I'm a big girl, child. They been and served me up a two for $25 dinner to the Tigers. No.
I got you.
Okay, I'm gonna
get you dancing in the stars.
Yeah, I want to dance with the stars. I don't know how long I'm gonna make it, cause like I said, my legs ain't long enough for all that. But I make it do what it do.
It don't matter.
It shouldn't matter, because if Carol can do it,
you can do it.
I can do it.
You can do anything you put your mind to.
I can do it. If Carol can do it, I can do it. Cause they still get paid for that, right?
Even if you.
Yeah. Yes.
You should.
Yeah, they get paid each week that they're there. I think it increases.
Even if you fail, you should.
You still. I think if you stay there 1 week, it's 8. Then it grows from there. So your income goes up. I think so. But speaking of income, and this is something that Eric, I want you to weigh in on, is NFL player Cam Newton, Georgia's own, got a road over there off on that L. His ex is asking for $15,000 in child support for their 4 children. $15,000 for their 4 children. She's saying in expenses for food and stuff like that, I believe she rounded $3,000 or $4,000 for food and household necessities. For clothing, $600. For entertainment, $500. She named off for childcare. I think it was close to maybe about $4,000. So she is asking him, because they have now separated. And people tend to separate when you know, she had a baby in 2019 and he had a baby that wasn't with her in 2019.
That'll do it.
He also has
That'll
now
do
come out to say he is the father of 7 children. 7?
Ooh.
Damn, you got, baby, the pull-out method is not working for you.
You should got
It's too many. It's too many.
like a whole village.
And it's too many. He got too many. And with Future, that's a whole nother show for a whole nother day. Because with Future, at this point, I blame the women. You know how many kids are there. Like,
that's right.
Me not having any kids, I have the option to say, oh no, you won't rock. If you got anything over 2, we won't rock. You know what I mean? That's my personal preference. So Future, we're gonna talk about that one day. But Erica, I know you are a wife and mother. $15,000, is that too much? Not enough? What are your thoughts on this situation?
So first of all, let's go all the way back to you saying, you'll give people a 2-child limit. It's per your age. You know how at the amusement park it goes by your height?
Yes.
2 is okay if a person is wrong. If they're 22, 20, I'm not 2, you're starting off wrong.
Yeah, true.
Okay.
That's very true.
Now, on this $15,000, you said $3,000 for food. They may want to stop eating sushi and lobster. They may want to get the sushi from the grocery store. I mean, like, $3,000 for food. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking she's probably hired a chef. Like, what she describes as food must really mean partially at-home prepared meals. Right? Mm-hmm. And $4,000 for childcare, you may want to take care of your own kids. I mean, I just think $15,000, that's ridiculous. And I live in Texas where there's a limit. So you don't want to try to have a baby with a baller in Texas, because you're going to get, I think it's $3,000. That's it. Period.
So what are your thoughts on, because a lot of people say, well, these kids are used to a certain style of living. All of the children are, I believe, under 10 years old, but they're used to a certain way of a certain level of living. And now that they're not together, they should not have to. I've heard that argument that they should not have to change, their lifestyle because the parents are no longer together. What are your thoughts?
Well, they'll
on
have that lifestyle when they go to
things
the
of that nature?
They'll have that lifestyle when they go to the daddy's house.
That's true though. You have that lifestyle when you go to your daddy's house because it's your daddy's money. You know that when you know
all
that.
your toys, your swimming pools, your playgrounds. It'll be like going Disney every other weekend.
Yep.
Couldn't have said better myself.
Yeah, I would definitely have to agree to that. And I think and not that I don't condone him cheating on her. I don't condone that with anyone. But I will say this couldn't have been the first time in the time that y'all been together that you didn't call him cheating.
No,
it couldn't have been.
No. Because
and
furthermore,
the only thing that really told it this time was the other baby.
Right.
So
you have the proof.
Yeah, you had the proof of it. So, but you had to have known. And I want to say, they met in the strip club? I think they did. Okay. So, I think what she's looking at is, hey, you picked me up out of this. I wouldn't have these 4 kids if it wasn't for you. So therefore, you're going to take care of them. But I just, like I said, my thing is that $15K? Wait a minute.
No, ma'am.
$4,000 in food for some people under 10 years out? Listen here. We grew up on Vienna sausages, government cheese, and turned out just fine. Bologna sandwiches and everything like that. Even if you eating the healthiest of healthies, $3,000 to $4,000 in food is extreme. I'm not sure about childcare. Now I don't know how much that is nowadays, but I understand that doesn't sound like a daycare center. That sounds like a nanny.
That's like a nanny per child. Yeah, that's one nanny per child. I know what a living nanny costs. It don't cost that.
Yeah, you better get in and raise them 4 children and keep it moving. I'm sorry, I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't able to do it. I can't rock with you, sis. I think I think you don't want to go to work. And then I also think that if you're gonna marry the athletes and the successful men, and the financially stable men, if you're going to marry them, since you need to always have rainy days stocked up. You should have been started a business or anything like that. You had the resources to do it. So I'm of the belief you're going to pay me for my pain. Now I might get a one-time settlement, but I'm going to flip that. But I'm not going to make the children a pawn in it. I would have to agree with you. You want that lifestyle? Go to your daddy's house. All right?
Go to your daddy's house.
Say that again.
Go to your daddy's house.
Go to your daddy's house. 2 Christmases. And on top of that,
2 Christmases. I had 2 Christmases. There's nothing wrong with 2 Christmases. Were they married? Or were they...
They married. They got married.
Okay.
They got married, and she left him after the child, because she had a child in 2019, and so did this, and he also had a child outside of their marriage in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so part
those
of this
Irish twins, child, Irish twins.
And that cream is not good. That cream is not good. So I part of this is hurt. And I'm like this. If you're asking for $15K, what is he already doing? It's one thing when a father's a deadbeat, but if he's already active in their life, already providing, what are you really asking for? And I'm not excusing men from taking care of their children or anything like that, but I am saying that a lot of times children are used as pawns. I'm gonna always hurt you. I'm always gonna hit you, and I disagree. That ideology I disagree with completely. Now I see I'm looking in the chat and they're saying she needs to get $8,000 a month, because if she asks for $15K, she's taking advantage. That's $200,000 a year. That's a whole salary right there, $200,000 a year. Sis, she don't want to go to work. That's what that is. I'm sorry, that screams to me. I don't want to go to work. You know what I mean? That's what that screams to me. And Cam's not even 30 years old, is he yet?
No, couldn't be. Let me find out.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what? She might as well try to go get that stimulus money.
Yeah, I'm finna minister to Cam, because I don't think that he is 30 years old and seven children, as we say in the country. Yeah. Tell me what that look like. Tell me how old Cam Newton is.
31. He's 31.
31. Cam. Damn, man. 7 kids. Slow down. Wrap it up. You cannot pull out. You're too old for that, okay? That is not an effective manner. At this point, you could nip, tuck, and be good. Nip it, zip it.
Really could.
That's too much. That is just too much. So we gonna get into a little music because Cam, I'm worn out. I am worn out. I don't know though. $3,000 a month for a nanny. That make pretty good. I might have to look into that. But I'm gonna think about that because see, I like to be able to return children when I'm done with them. I like get a little sugar, send them on back. So that might be an option. But we're gonna take a quick music break. We still have to come back. There's a new black billionaire in the world, so we have to talk about that. And we got to talk about verses. We have to talk about verses, and because verses had me in my R&B feelings. I almost called the wrong person. All right. Oh. So it's Miss Charlotte and Miss Erica Rouse. We're having a good time along with our engineer Johnny. He was, giving us some male perspective in here. And we will be right back. It is the Epiphany Suite on ATL's Next 100, only on IBNX Radio. welcome back to the Epiphany Suite right here on ATL's Next 100, only on IBNX Radio. I'm your host, Miss Shaw, and sitting in with me is the beautiful and lovely Miss Erica Rouse from all the way in Texas.
All the way in
Erica.
Texas.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Before the break, I told you there is a new billionaire. It's been declared by Forbes. That means it's official, because Forbes counts your coins. Yes, Forbes is the one. If you make it there, you are official. This is not your cousin Nook saying that you are a billionaire, you balling. This is official. Atlanta's very own, by way of Louisiana, Tyler Perry is officially a billionaire, a melanated billionaire. And if y'all know, I love the sound of that. So congratulations, they went in between his movies, his plays, and that massive studio that he has over in East Port. That put him into the billionaire status. And I think that what I love, I'm telling you, I don't know if anybody else in Atlanta does this, but on days when I'm just not sure about my vision, about my calling, what I want to do, I can drive past that net sign that says Tyler Perry Studios. Like, you know what? If God can do it for Tyler, he gonna do it for me. That's one of the things that I do. It's certain things you can only do in Atlanta, like riding past seeing Tyler Perry Studios, or going through downtown Atlanta with no traffic at night, listening to trap music.
Yep.
Yeah, those some.
Just blasting Chief Keef sometimes.
Yeah, just bad. T.I., Big Crit, 2 Chainz, just for no reason. Yeah, when you going through downtown. But that is one of those that, you can always look to Tyler Perry and be like, okay, if it happened for him again, it definitely has to happen for me. I know a lot of people will say that, hey, Tyler Perry made, he made his money off of setting a bad example of black women. I did not receive it like that, only because he always explains the story behind it. And I also don't see it like that because of being able to hire actresses that normally would not have gotten lead roles like they did, such as your Taraji, your Viola Davis, your Derek Luke, to put them in positions and characters that are everyday lawyers and not just drug addicts and maids. So that's how I feel about that. And so I always draw inspiration from that. Erica, what are your thoughts on Tyler Perry becoming the newest black billionaire?
First of all, I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for everybody black winning everything, except for the ones that was at the Republican convention. I'm sorry, did I say that? But no, I'm here for everybody black. And I'm so happy that we can add another one to the list, because you know what? A black billionaire can help make a black millionaire, that can help make a black thousandaire, that can help make a black hundredaire.
Yes, ma'am. Talk that talk, sis. Talk that talk. I love it. Talk that talk. So I'm all here. I'm definitely all here for it. Like I said, I know a lot of people, when it comes to Tyler Perry, want to say, "Oh, he put on the dress, this, that, and the other." And so my argument with that is that he's not the first one. That's from Shakespeare and everything like that. That's been handed down. Wigs are nothing new. Wigs and dress are nothing.
Madea had drip. Madea was that grand. Madea was a whole person to me.
Madea did what she was supposed to do. She was entertained and speak truth. He's faith-based. If you don't like it, and that's what I always say. You don't like something somebody do, don't support it. That's all. You know what I mean?
It don't matter. Miss Charlotte, let me tell you.
But like I said, I'm on my Issa Rae. I'm rooting for everybody black, so I don't care if I don't like it. Like that last movie that came out with Nia Long on Netflix,
horrible.
I ain't even like it, but I watched it because it's black, and I'm gonna watch it again.
I'm gonna watch it again. Horrible. I could have wrote the script right along with Tyler Perry and got a cut, because I could know everything that was gonna happen, even as it was. I said, I just wrote that. But let me tell you something.
But I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna watch it.
I'll watch it. But when African Americans do something, and if it's not that great, if it's not Academy Award winning, and it makes money, who cares? Other people make stuff that's I don't want to say the word trash. We don't always have to have Academy Award performances to earn a good income. We should be able to make some average stuff too.
You have to. I mean, like, and everything's not going to appeal to everybody.
It doesn't,
And with
it's
that being
fine.
said, congratulations to Tia Mowry, because she just landed a 3-movie deal with Lifetime to do holiday movies. So anything
I don't like
that,
them either.
At the end of the day, what the realization is that you have to realize at this point, major businesses, studios, everything have now started to have to acknowledge the power of the people of color. I don't care if they didn't want to, what they had to do before. As a matter of fact, told somebody this on Facebook a couple of weeks ago. They were talking about how, the different organizations were saying, hey, we stand with Black Lives Matter. Somebody, you shouldn't. I said, at the end of the day, let's be honest. Where we're at now, nobody cares about your white tears over a black dollar. They just don't. And it is what it is. So I'm all for it. I say, Tyler, put me on. Matter of fact, let me put this in the atmosphere. Tyler Perry, you have a whole talk show studio over there.
Come on. Speak it.
To do my nighttime talk show on that studio.
Yes.
So I need y'all to send this over to Tyler and let him know I'm the one. Okay?
Call it forth.
It's already, the stage is already there. They already know how to do the COVID testing. I'm pretty good at it. I'll even tone down a little bit my cuss when I have to. And I only really cuss when I just really, there's no other words to describe the situation. I really do.
They have lighting for our skin complexion already set.
Let the melanated be, let all the melanin be seen, yes.
Let all the melanin be seen.
I want it to be seen. I love it. I hate when people say, oh, I don't see color. No, fool. You need to see this. Catch all the brown. Do I need to change angles for you? Catch it all.
Thank you.
I hate that. I hate that. So let it be. Definitely, I'm all for it being seen. Now, congratulations are also in order. Speaking of the Tyler Perry Studios, because Versus, which isn't me, a Versus is like a family reunion all the time.
I love it.
Versus, which was created by Timbaland and Swiss Beats, it's like the perfect family reunion for all of your cousins. So for your drunk cousins, you had Lil Jon and T-Pain. Yeah. For your super saved cousins, you had John P. Key and Hezekiah Walker. For your borderline, your Christian cousins that cuss, you had Kurt Franklin and Fred Hammond. And this week, it was none other. And for your wine and weed smokers, you had Jill Scott and Erykah Badu.
That one was a banger.
Yeah, I didn't mess with the weed, but I did have some wine. All right. And this week, it was Monica versus Brandy. So I'm asking y'all, so we'll start with Erykah. Erykah, who do you think won against Versus, Monica or Brandy?
Okay, which category? In the actual music or just the entertainment value?
Both. And no, all three. Let's do entertainment value, music, fashion.
Ooh, okay. The looks, the Fendi look. Unfortunately, the internet has already you just can't do nothing. The internet is horrible. The internet has taken Monica's look, child, and just turned it into something else. I thought it was an interesting choice, okay? I'm a very, t-shirt, jeans, blazer type of person. So I, could connect a little more with Brandy's look, even like the patch jeans, I wasn't real sure about. I don't know. I call it a draw on the look. The music, I would say Brandy has, maybe it was my age at the time when I was loving Brandy and Monica, But Monica, she just opened it up, talking about kicking in doors and, being delivered. And I knew we was in for a whole situation at that point.
Okay, so I think you said music, Brandy.
Yes.
Fashion,
draw,
Monica. Oh, fashion on both. You said both of them lost on fashion.
What you think? What did you think on the fashion?
Okay, I'm gonna give mine at the end. I'm gonna give mine Johnny. Did you watch the Verses?
I did not get to watch the Verses.
Okay.
I was here, but I didn't really listen to Monica or Brandy growing up. But
I have to remember Johnny a baby, child. I have to remember.
I was about to say.
I'm sitting over here with Neo, somebody born in the 2000.
So if you would get like Chief and like.
Yeah, we was juvenile. taking it back. We shaking it for the 99 and 2000.
Or like
These
Soulja
Yes,
Boy or
yes.
somebody. You know,
yeah,
Soulja Boy. Like
yeah,
Chris
yeah.
Brown,
We did.
Chris, you know, something.
Yeah, no. So I would have to say, first of all that R&B, I had to go and listen to the P Valley soundtrack just to get my thug back.
That's my
I had to
song
go
right
listen to
there.
some good old ratchet down, dirty South, hip hop to get my thug, because all that R&B had me in my feelings. I was getting ready to call the dude in my phone label. No. So I had to, we had to regroup. Just to be honest. Fashion. I would have to go with Monica, only because what Monica had on, she could also wear at a concert.
Yes, that's right.
You know, I'm kind of upset with both of them on the fashion, only because we in Georgia, we in Hotlanta, as Medea would say. What you got this leather on for, sis? You got a whole leather ensemble on. What? You know, so it for me was the wrong season. Brandy, let me tell y'all something, and I want to be very, very plain and clear. Erica, you remember when the heels came out and they had the square toe before it went to the stiletto, the pointy toe?
Yes,
that square toe?
Yes.
I don't care what happened in life, this or the next. I am not putting them back on. I'm not doing it. I am not putting those square toe
I know I won't
shoes
either,
back
sis.
on.
Nope.
I'm not doing it. I refuse.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what was going on with the shoe. Was that Bottega shoe that everyone's wearing that I just can't connect with either? The little slide?
I would do sneakers, because I have become a sneakerhead. I would do sneakers, but I am not doing those square toe Lego builder shoes.
Like,
Oh, girl, that's the shoe that all the celebrities are wearing. They even got the knockoff of it on Fashion Nova. You haven't seen that shoe? It's by but look, I'm gonna mess it up. You know, I'm from Houston. We have country. Bottega. What is it? Y'all know that shoe. Y'all know it. Beyonce had it on.
No, they just reinvented it. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Ain't
were
nothing
doing
new.
the square toe. Is that the square toe? What you talking about? The chunky heels? No.
okay.
No, these are at the toe. So they're stiletto in the back, but at the toe, they're square. So they're
It's
coming
square
out
at the
with
toe.
it. Where like this is going like this. I am not going back into that. I will go into my sneakers.
I say.
Why she say when they wear it like this, it's going like this? If y'all can't see her,
Like, so you got the stiletto image on the back.
And then at the front is square. We did it back in like I want to say in the early 90s. So it's just repeating itself. But for me, and I think Funky Dineva said it best, for as Brandy's fashions, she dressed like all four of the ladies from Girlfriends. Lynn, Maya, Joan, and Tony. She dressed like all four of them in one outfit. It was too much going on.
oh my God, I can't. Yeah, I didn't understand that.
No, it was just too much going on. Musically, Brandy's most of hers, it was on the front end, where Monica was more so on the back end, as far as our age group and the maturity level.
Yeah.
So Monica, now you got Brandy singing "I Want to Be Down." That is a little bit different versus, you had Monica singing "I'm Still Standing." So, musically, I love both, but I would have to say, I would have to give it to Brandy musically, but I actually love both. Now, entertainment value. Okay, so when Monica's song "Sideline Hoe" came on, and Brandy's like, "Sarai, don't say that, Sarai." This child is 18 and 19 years old, growing up in the age of Meg Thee Stallion.
Right.
And you don't want Ho said in front of her? That was the most annoying for me. So for entertainment, I feel Monica was more genuine. Brandy was still trying to hang on to the ideology of
image.
I gotta be perfect. You done had a whole baby out of wedlock. You done faked a marriage. And this child is this a grown ass child right there that you talking about don't say sideline hoe.
Yeah, you right.
She 18 or 19.
I'm 20. That ain't no kid.
That's not a kid. Not to be like, oh, don't say hoe.
mentally, I started cussing when I was like 12. And
Don't say it. Say it ain't so. I wanted to cuss when I was 12.
But I didn't start cussing like a sailor till I was like 18.
But still, hoe?
That's not even a quote unquote curse word.
No, you coming out. You talking about don't say
sexual.
hoe after Foxy Brown, after Little Kim, after Trina, after hip hop, period. And now you gonna say that?
Well, y'all, wait a minute, y'all. I can kind of relate to that because even when I was first in my early years of being grown, like I'm grown now. But when I was first grown, I couldn't even say pissed in front of my mother. Like she would stop the car. She just, like pissed. You what? You need to. You better.
That's in front of your mom though. But like in this situation in a song. Oh, don't apologize and don't say hoe in front of Soraya in a song. Yeah, now I don't cuss in front of my mama. It might slip up every once in a while, but on average, I'm not out here like whoop that trick in front of my mama. But if we listen to a song or something like that, or if you're in conversation, I'm not gonna tell you to apologize for saying that hoe ain't no good. I'm don't do that in front of, you know what I mean? So that was annoying to me. So for entertainment value, I enjoyed Monica more. I thought she was more genuine. What I did not like is that Monica seemed like she was a little reluctant to sing live, and Brandy was ready to go. Brandy's like, put the mic, sing, or whatever. So that was my thing. So overall, but still, congratulations on Art in Order, because those ladies generated 6 million views.
Wow.
6 million views. And when it was going live, they hit 1 million, hit well over 1 million, and stayed in that 1 million. They actually 250 people. I think they want 250,000 people or 25,000. I have to go back and check. Registered to vote from there because we were able to see Kamala.
I forgot Miss Harris came out for the one time.
Kamala Harris has come out for the one time.
I seen it and I heard about it that Kamala Harris came out.
Yeah, Kamala Harris did come out. I guess now everybody gonna stop questioning her blackness. I don't know.
No, they won't.
Like a black woman.
I don't know why.
I'm not gonna stop questioning it.
I really
no, they
don't.
won't.
I don't.
If I went to DNA testing myself, it probably show a black.
Yeah.
Anything else that she is. I don't care what you look like. Just fix your reforms. Come
and
on,
let's be honest. I have never, it may be out there, but I've never met. I don't think I ever met a white AKA. Ever.
I've not met one. I've heard they exist. I'm an AKA, so I've not met one, but I have heard. I believe there are some sorors that are not black.
I think there are too, because my mom's an AKA, and she has, before Corona, a bunch of AKAs was coming over to the house, and I've never seen one. I've been to a bunch of AKA functions when I was little, and now, like last year, I did not see any, unless they a friend of a friend of a friend that they just got.
Yeah, I haven't seen that many.
And
I'll be honest, I haven't. But either way, Kamala popped up in the place. And from that Michael Jackson song, they don't really care about us. That would dedicate that out to Donald Trump and them. Just had to go ahead and put that in. So, but no, they did. So congratulations, Art in Order. It's for as much good as has come. It's also been some bad, and we're gonna talk about that because we have lost. We've lost some great ones over the past week, like some real great ones. So I want to know, before we go to break, I want to know, how are you dealing with the grief of 2020? 2020 almost about to leave all of us with PTSD round through this thing. So we're gonna talk about that, and also we still have to get into. Erica she has some stuff she has to tell us about.
I do.
It's gonna make us better, both physically and in our pockets. It doesn't get better than that, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And we will be right back here on IBNX Radio. It is the Epiphany Suite on ATL's Next 100.
Mama always told me, baby, you gotta walk by faith and not by sight. Real talk, you gotta listen.
name. I'm still holding on, champion of the game. They say whatever don't kill you make you stronger. Well, I must be the world's strongest woman. See, I done a whole lot of growing. Everything you say, I'm already knowing. 'Cause I never miss the rules. Everything you're going through, I've been there before. Seen them all come and I've seen them all go. You can bet your last that my hip won't hit the floor. Never, I'm still standing, 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 standing. I'm still standing, 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 standing. I had a lover take his own in front of me. I asked God, why is this happening to me? But I didn't fall. I held my own, and now I'm deep in love with who I belong. This is my life. They say with age comes wisdom, and the white flag I can't give them. Trying to tell you how it's supposed to be. See, this is more than just a song to me. 'Cause
Get DJ. Get out of here. Get out.
I'm still standing, 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 standing. I'm still standing.
I'm unbreakable, baby. Luda.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
Some family affairs. I may have done the things they said I did, but I'm not who they say I am. Try to throw my name in the dirt, but I really don't give a damn. I'm still standing like the Statue of Liberty, and I put my name in the history book, so you'll forever remember me. Remember me as the toughest warrior or the ultimate fighter, 'cause I'm the truth and nothing but it. Like my hands on the Bible, and this is survival of the fittest. The realest is not a facade. Still standing on my 2 feet, 'cause I'm a child of God. Do something.
You can bet your legs on me, 'cause I'm still standing, 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 standing. I'm still standing. I'm gonna keep standing. I'm too far to look back. Everything you're going through, I've been there before. I seen it. I bet your legs done. I'm done. Let me live my life now. I let it go. I let it go. I let it go when I let it go. Don't hate me now. I ain't who I used to be no more. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. I'm still standing. Oh, I'm still standing. I'm still standing. You can't take this joy I have. Hey.
Broken hearted.
broken heart. Need to get over. Need to get over. Lonely. Broken hearted. Life's not over yet. I can start again. Lonely. Is a hurting. Yeah. Starting again. Yeah. So I listen to all the time and remember each time I cry. Only broken hearted. Life's not over.
Welcome back to the Epiphany Suite right here on ATL's Next 100. I'm your host, Miss Shala. Y'all see why I was in my R&B feelings? Why I can't fool with Monica and the Brandy? I'm telling you, baby, they had me all up in my R&B feelings. I'm getting ready to call the wrong person. I had my phone in hand and everything. Getting ready to talk about some, hey, big head. I said, I won't go back. I will not. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the one right there. Hey, big head. Hey, stranger. They're not gonna have me. Like I said, that's when I went. As soon as the verses was over, I went on his down to the cat where the girls get naked. I sure do. I sure did. I went right to that P Valley. Ain't no shame in it. And shout out to P Valley. I love that show. I do. I do love down there to Chuckalisa. I love that show. So we are back, and sitting in with me is none other than Miss Erica Rouse. Hi, Erica. How are you? Is she still there? I can't hear her.
Okay, wait. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Your mic was muted. It was on our end. You good. So, let's
Okay,
try
good.
it again. None other than Miss Erica Rouse. How you doing, baby?
Girl, I'm doing good. I'm doing even better to be heard, girl.
Yeah. Listen. Now I'm hoping we can hear you. Got over that. So I wanted to. That was that was Monica still standing and Brandy broken hearted, and I made it through. I'm back to my thugnificent ways. But before the break, we were talking about the loss that we have taken in 2020 from Kobe Bryant, and most recently Chadwick Boseman. Also George Thompson, coach from Georgetown, and John Thompson Jr. didn't hit me as hard as Chadwick Boseman brought me to tears. I will be honest, I'm still not right. Kobe hit me hard, but Chadwick, when I tell you that was like my family. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
extended cousin.
Yes.
Extended cousin.
Yes, that hurt my feelings. I'm like, 2020, you don't have to create no more ancestors. You didn't took enough. Um, and then also where I grew up in Dalton, Georgia, I want to make sure that I send my condolences and prayers and thoughts over to the Marsh family. They most recently lost Hubert Marsh, who is a very predominant, upstanding citizen in Dalton, Georgia. Grew up under him. I mean, me and his daughter graduated at the same time. She passed previously, but he just most recently passed due to complications from corona. And it's just been a lot of death. It's too much death around. It's death everywhere. As a people right now, the amount of death that we are seeing is horrible. Like it's offensive. And I'll start with you, John. I want to know how you feel about it, because it's men deal with grief a lot differently. But we're seeing death when you see with George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Rayshard. You see death there. Then you hear deaths like Kobe and Chadwick and
those are really. Let me get with you on Kobe. Kobe's death affected me because it's like, where were you during? I don't want to compare it to 9/11, but it's like that. Where were you? What were you doing during those times? I was out with my family.
I was in shock. I was
out at my family getting some food, really encroaching on a family day.
Mm-hmm.
Just pulling, I was like, hey, eating family event. I look over TV, it says, no way. Check your phone, no way.
Yep.
And then that happened. And it's terrible how he went and how everybody else on the helicopter, rest in peace to Kobe and his daughter, everybody else that went on that helicopter.
But how have you just dealt with the grief of it? Because like I said, men don't deal with grief with the same way as women. And a lot of times we have, and I'm hoping we'll get away from this culture where we will almost shame men, especially black men, if you do cry, if you do show emotion. So how have you been able to deal with grief during pandemic? Like I said, because we see it whether it's in social injustice, celebrities, people that we grew up with, or just the coronavirus period. How have you been able to deal with that grief?
Let me break it down for you. For social injustice, it makes me mad. That just makes me so upset and uptight. It hurts me. It really hurts. Like, yo, I can really die out here for just being black.
Mm-hmm.
That really hurts. For corona, I have questions. I have questions that need answers. We all do, and we all have questions. Like, what is this? It's like death is in the air and it's really taking everybody out one by one. It's like, what? Why? What did we do? What did we do to you, air or whatever?
Listen.
But it's just it's a daily reminder for me to live your best life every day, like every single day. And it's just it hurts. Yes, but it's like, okay, the hurt's gonna still be there, but it's just remember them, celebrate them, like how you celebrate life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't remember to, don't forget about them, celebrate them. We still have, Kobe still has all his games recorded. You can go back and watch Kobe's highlights. You can still go watch all the Chadwick Boseman's movies. You can still remember them for what they were and the messages that they gave you outside of movies and people who personally knew them. Messages that they personally gave you, you have that to heart.
And so live it up.
And live it up. Just live your best life, not only for them, but for yourself. Like, mentally, because this all is a mental thing, really. This whole mental battle is like, there's a lot of death in the air. We got to get past it. And live
through it.
And as a man, I know a lot of guys don't cry. I personally don't like to cry about certain things, because I know it's not a show of weakness. It's more of I just don't want to show this emotion right now.
Well, I'm going to tell you this.
There's too much on the mind as of now.
Show that emotion, because if you don't get rid of it, it's going somewhere. And what we don't need for you as a young black man is to wind up 40 years old losing your damn mind. So go ahead and cry. That's what your tears are for. So let me go ahead. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Go ahead and cry. Get that out. That's human. Yeah. Erica, how have you been able to deal with, it's a two-part question. How have you been able to deal with grief as far as for yourself and as far as for dealing with the men in your life? Because like I said, you are a wife and a mother. So both parts of that. One, for yourself, and two, being able to deal collectively for the men in your life.
So for me, I know that I don't know if this is when we kind of talk about like my whole pandemic pivot. That's what I'm calling it, because that's really what it's been.
Mm-hmm. You can definitely go ahead. That's not, we're going to get to it anyway, so you can go ahead. If it works now, baby, go ahead and bring it up. Nothing
so
wrong.
It's all connected, right? It kind of happened organically. But I have been now screaming from the rooftops for us to all recognize that we're under chronic stress. And just because something may be new normal doesn't mean that we don't need to guard ourselves against it, physically, spiritually, mentally, financially. in every way that we can, we got to do what we can, because what we're learning is that there's so much that's outside of our control that if you just let the river take you down, you'll just drown.
Yes, ma'am.
So what can you use as a lifeboat, an inner tube, a life jacket? You know, what things are you using to keep yourself afloat? And so for me, I ended up doing my plexus business, which has been a complete blessing and godsend, and really helped me reevaluate all my choices, girl. Like I just started evaluating all my choices. Like, what am I doing with my life? But really, you know, and how we're proactively taking care of ourselves. So my husband, I now have him on plant-based supplements for mood, for gut health, because gut health is connected to mood. 90% of your serotonin is in your gut. You know, I'm telling him every day that it's okay to feel how he feels. I give him some space, but what I really recognize, like as a Black man, especially in corporate, it's just not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy out there.
Yeah.
And so I feel like the more that I work on myself as a person, as a wife, as a mom, as a daughter, as a sister, the better I am for everybody that's around me.
Yes, I would have to say, absolutely. I would have to, because if you not at your best, you can't help nobody else. You cannot pour from an empty cup.
You can't.
You cannot pour from an empty cup. So what we're gonna do is I want to take another quick music break. When we come back, I want to hear more about the plant-based nutrition that you've gotten your family on. I know you said it was a pandemic turning point for you, and I want to hear the testimony from that, and also how you're sharing this information opportunity with others. So like I said, we're gonna take a quick music break, and when we come back, Miss Erica Rouse is gonna tell us all about this plant-based nutrition, because as you can see, you know, I'm cute in the face, thick in the waist, and I got a smile that love pies. So hey, I don't say no to not one.
I got you sis.
So we'll be right back. It's the Epiphany Suite right here on ATL's Next 100.
It is your homeboy's favorite homegirl, Miss Shala. You will listen to the Epiphany Suite right here on ATL's Next 100, only on IBNXradio.com every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m.
welcome back. Welcome back. That was Donny Hathaway, and I just felt as though that was dope. One is Donny Hathaway. You can't go wrong with Donny Hathaway. He said, but one
Love
day
that.
we'll all be free. Um, and that's just something that I think that from the previous time, talking about how we're dealing with grief and coming off of the most recent passing of the actor Chadwick Boseman. I think the dopest thing one of the dopest things I took away from his life is that he played so many icons, Jackie Robinson, James Brown, Thurgood Marshall, only to become an icon. You know what I mean?
He became a whole superhero.
He became a whole superhero and became an icon within that. You know what I mean? So for him to play, and it goes back to say your dream is tied to somebody. Your goals and everything like that is tied to somebody. You are tied to somebody, whether it's in life or after death. Like I said, when he played Thurgood Marshall, when he played Jackie Robinson, all of those, who knew that he would go on to play T'Challa, the Black Panther, become an icon himself. To the point where now it's like, now you're not gonna replace the Black Panther. You give me somebody completely new. It need to be his sister, or either they used to use the Infinity Stones and put back time and bring back Killmonger as a good dude or something like that.
Yes, all of it.
Yeah, you can. I don't want to see nobody else need to play T'Challa. You need to give him. And let me go ahead and let me put this right here, and then after this, we're gonna talk to Erica about the plant-based nutrition that she was telling about before the break. My name, those who know me by my full first government name, there's no C in it. Okay? If I just meet you and you see my name, there's no T in it. Okay? The next person do that. If you can pronounce Czechoslovakia, you can say my full name, okay? And it ain't cute. I got so many I say T'Challa, and they be like T'Challa. No. I'm trying to work on not cussing people out, but you know what I'm saying? That my daddy named me that. That's my dad. I'm named after my daddy. So don't do that no more, because I'm an equal opportunist when it comes to checking you. Black, white, red, yellow. If you put your book in my library, you will get read. All right. There. That's that on that. That's all I had to say about that. Now, let's get into it. Miss Erica, you said their turning point during the pandemic is you went to plant-based nutrition. Tell us all about it.
Yes. Okay. But first, I have to say, you know what? I just love you. We got to spend more time together.
Yes.
That is one of the first things that I coach other business entrepreneurs on, especially young women. They'll tell me, oh, my name is so-and-so, but people can't pronounce it, so they call me Tina. No, ma'am. Don't change your name because someone else can't take 2 or 3 minutes to learn how to properly say your name. So now you just gonna let them give you a nickname that you didn't choose. If you want a nickname, that's fine. But don't let people just go calling you whatever at work because they couldn't take 5 minutes to learn the correct pronunciation of your name. And like you said, they can understand and they can pronounce Czechoslovakia.
Mozart.
Where are the consonants and vowels in that? So thank you for saying that. And I hope somebody picks up what we're putting down on that. And from today on, you go forward with the name your mama gave you, okay?
Yes.
Now, sorry about that.
That's okay. You're not. I'm glad somebody understands. Like, no, when it's time, when we're like I said on the air, I'm Miss Shala, and that's what I chose to go with. But when we talk straight up business, no, you will address me as Miss Chi Shala. And if we really talk about major business, you're gonna say that last name because that's what's on the check.
Yes.
So somebody had to actually it was an attorney who actually had to check me on that, and really tied to the history of, especially as people of color, how our names have been shortened and changed for the comfort of others. No, I've earned that respect, and it's going to be given. So, girl, we have to have a whole other show about that right there. But
that's a whole nother show. But I tell them all the time, they think I'm, probably militant or whatever. I'm not. I'm just convinced and convicted. that I don't have to thwart and contort myself to fit into your space. So with that, when in March was when Texas started shutting down, and I'm kind of scary a little bit. So when they start talking about stuff going on, I'm like, oh, I think I just better stay home. And at that point, the gym had not closed officially yet. And I'm a very social worker outer, meaning if I go to the gym and I don't have a class or somebody's not looking for me or expecting me, I may doodle daddle around a little bit and go to the steam room and then go home. Oh, go get a snack first on the way out. Okay. So I decided that I wanted to do something that would prevent me from gaining weight, which I think now people are calling the COVID-19 15. You know,
Yes,
the
ma'am.
COVID-19 that caused me to gain 15 pounds. So my good girlfriend, who's a pharmacist, and I've known for 30 years, we went to college together. She told me that she was doing a line of plant-based supplements from a company called Texas. And I said, okay, sign me up. I'm that person. You know, we're all different. I have a lot of engineers on my team. They want all the information, all the facts, the figures, the ingredients. I'm very relational, meaning, hey, I know you, I like you like it, I love it. So that's what we did. Well, at that time, as of course everything would have it, I had just launched my consulting company. And most of my clients were in ed tech, educational technology, working with school districts around the country at the district level. Well, girl, guess what happened for spring break? The children went home for spring break and never went back to school.
Yes.
So, with that, most of those budgets were shut down. Okay, so there were two things that kind of happened all along the same time. I started taking these products just to be more proactive about my own health, but also my biggest contracts started looking a little like, ooh, if the payroll people, if accounts payable are not even at work, how are they gonna cut these checks? So it really got me kind of thinking, right? And I've been working in sales and sales leadership for over 30 years almost.
Congratulations.
25 plus years. Okay. I know, right? And I'd always enjoyed building teams. I'd always enjoyed working with people, coaching people, you know, helping people maximize their talents and their strengths. But I'd always done it on other people's agendas, right? And not only that, as a woman of color in corporate, I always had to fight. It's like my packages always had to negotiate, my titles. I always had to work harder. And I think it's an issue with Black exceptionalism, honestly, that sometimes when we end up in certain spaces, we feel like we take on the weight of the world. We've got to be the best, the brightest, the smartest, the most productive. And over, 2 or 3 decades, I can really wear on you. And what I didn't know that I found out during the pandemic was that I was tired. I mean, tired. So ending up in a situation where I had a forced break turned out to be a complete blessing for me. When I started taking the products, I started feeling better. My natural energy improved. My cravings started decreasing. I was wanting to eat different foods. When the pandemic started, I was on a wine a day diet. And I don't mean a glass. I mean like, hey, I opened the bottle. Now the bottle's open. Now I already had one glass, but I don't want to like recork it. So, and then, oops, it's empty. So,
child, I thought that was natural. That's not natural.
girl,
I thought
that ain't right. That ain't right, sis.
That's not natural. Oh, child. I'm sorry. I thought that was natural. I'm so hurt that you just told
Girl,
me
I thought it was too. I thought everybody did that because all my friends, we all did it. So clearly, that just must be what you're supposed to do. So when I started on my Plexus regimen, which the thing I love about Plexus, it is not any quick fixes. Okay. Now let me say something else to my brothers and sisters out there. Let me tap my mic. I know we like the quick fix. Okay. I know we like 5 pounds in 5 days. I know we like lose this tummy tomorrow and all that. But the truth of the matter is that years of environmental toxins, preservatives in food, sometimes poor choices on ourselves, sometimes being sedentary, really can wreak havoc on our internal systems. And 70 to 80% of your immune system is in your gut, and 90% of your serotonin is created in your gut, meaning your mood. So when I saw that me, my husband, and then I brought my mom over here too. So you got me, husband, and mother-in-law, and 2 dogs, and then one of my dogs had 3 puppies. And we're all over here and able to get along and smile and look good and feel good. I'm like, it's really something to this gut health stuff. And so I started researching it. And then I started sharing it. And then I started getting paid. And you know how we like a coin.
Mm-hmm.
And that was all she wrote. And so from there, I've literally, in 4 months, I'm one level away from one of the highest levels of rank in our company. I coach and mentor people. I do everything that I was doing in corporate, but doing it to make someone else really wealthy and just accepting the salary and comp plan they gave me that they thought I was worth. Because, man, that's a lot of money for a Black woman. Shouldn't you be happy?
You have to be. It's tied to it. Some things are bigger than money. That's what you
Come on now.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Some things are just bigger than money. I'm coming around the whole, because I could have sworn you supposed to drink that whole bottle of wine. I'm work with me on that one. Everything else, it makes sense to me. The making money, the being healthy, everything else is making sense to me. But I just figured, Jesus made the wine. Since we're talking about plant based, ain't grapes plants? They're not plants.
But here's the thing: in moderation, right?
So the bottle of not moderation.
No, man, baby. I hate to break it to you. That's not moderation, baby.
Oh.
And unfortunately, the kind of wine you may be. Now, see, I was even drinking what I call clean crafted wine. It's a wine line that has wines that has wine that doesn't have added sugars, out cellar wine. Check out Mina's Vines on Instagram. They don't have added sugars, added chemicals, added preservatives. Everything's organic and all of that. That's the kind of wine I was drinking. If you're not drinking that wine, you're even doing yourself more damage, because to speed up the fermentation process, especially mass-produced wines, they add a bunch of yucky stuff to that wine to get it hurried up and onto the shelf so we can get it. So all of that wreaks havoc on your gut and your gut lining. And that's for those of us that are healthy. If you're pre-diabetic or high blood pressure, like 2 of the things that a lot of people in communities of color suffer with, you're even setting yourself further back, right? And so what you're trying to do is get back to a level set. You're starting behind the starting line. And so I got really passionate about compelling my brothers and my sisters to take proactive control over their health. And it's just something that I don't try to. You said, how do I reach people? I shout it from the mountaintops. I call people. I post. But what I don't do, honey, I don't beg anybody. Because people say, well, I'll do it for you. No, ma'am. You're not going to take these supplements for me. If you're not going to take it for you, don't do it. Because I'm taking my supplements. I'm going to be all right. And so I think when people understand,
it is for you at that, like, I think, because I need to get, and the reason why I really wanted you to come on when you told me what you did is that I lost the first initial 100 and I think it was maybe 100 pounds, 110, but since then I have fell back off. So anything like that, because it's not something that's easy, but I can say that for me, like, let me just go ahead and before they try to come for me on social media or internet or whatever. For me, it was never about the looks. I've never felt ugly. I've never felt less than. You can't tell me I ain't fine. But it was about feeling better, and you do feel better when I do feel better at a smaller, healthier weight. So, and that's just being honest about it. But again, Erica, tell us the name of this company one more time. Just make sure people get it. Even spell it out, just so they know. Look it up, and how do they get in touch with you about it?
So please, the name of the company is Plexus Worldwide. You can check out our products. You can YouTube us. You can Google us. Now, let me say this. Let me say this. I want y'all to listen. This company is a network marketing company, okay? So let's be clear on that. But I want to say something to everybody out there that's made these YouTube videos about, MLMs and network marketing companies. Do your research, okay? These products are high quality supply chain management and logistics. There's lots of ways to get products to people, right? Retail is just one way of offering a product. If someone is looking at a shelf of probiotics and you've got 18 probiotics and all different prices, how will they know what is the highest quality, best choice for them? You think the pharmacist is going to come over the counter and come walking through 18 different probiotics? So with Plexus, this format of direct to consumer is basically me getting to talk to you. I'm not a scientist, but I'm an advocate and a testimony of the product. We have nurse practitioners, we have physicians, we have pharmacists on our team. If you want to speak to someone that is in a medical profession, or better yet, just take the step to your doctor and let them tell you that all of the products and all of the ingredients are good, right? It's just one way of getting products. And this is not something where I don't inventory any product. You're not going to come to my house and buy anything from me. You're going to order it. I'm going to show you how to order it from me online, and then Plexus is going to send it to you. I don't have a garage full of probiotics.
Well,
okay?
You know what?
I didn't buy $1,000 worth of probiotics.
We can
sitting
go ahead
in the
and
garage.
we can put it like this, and then we're gonna take another quick break before, because we're nearing the end of the night. When people say anything about multi-level marketing or network marketing, one, I do say do your research on the company.
Yes.
Two, let me tell you something. If you're not the owner of that company, baby, you in the network.
No.
You in the network.
Yes.
If you're not the owner of that company, if it does not say CEO, if that company can make a decision without consulting you, you are a part of the network.
Girl,
okay?
Come on
it just
now.
is what it is. So
Come
we're
on
gonna
now.
take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll wrap up a couple of things and go over a couple of things. Thank you so much. I'm going to actually post Erica again on the Epiphany Suite page and the logo and everything, where you can go and find her and everything like that. We want to make sure, especially if you're an entrepreneur, always invest in other people's business. That way, you always have good seed coming back to you. So after the break, we're gonna definitely talk about that, and it is the Epiphany Suite right here on IBNX Radio, ATL's Next 100. And welcome back. It's the Epiphany Suite right here on ATL's Next 100, only on IBNXradio.com. Make sure you follow us on social media. ATL's Next 100, Epiphany Suite, only one Shala. And I guess make sure you follow her tonight as well, Miss Erica Rouse. Erica, what is your name on social media, on Instagram? How can the people follow you and get in contact with you? Is she there? Oh, you don't have on mute? I see her. Well, we can't hear her. Is your mic mute on your computer?
Yes, Erica getting gutsy. Erica getting gutsy.
Erica,
We gotta get gutsy, internal and external.
We drink the
Ooh,
bad
external
wine.
is not a word. Internally and externally, we're getting gutsy.
Getting gutsy. Okay. And I'm going to post that on the Epiphany Suite page. Make sure you DM me that, Erica, so I can repost that
Yep.
on her page. And make sure that you reach out to her, find out about this program. It is always good to have an extra stream of income. And if you can get healthy and have the extra stream of income, that is definitely, that's win-win for everybody. That is
Yes,
win-win
and
for
I'm a big
everybody.
advocate,
So,
you know.
say that again.
If you gotta buy something, I was gonna say, if you gotta buy something, just buy it from somebody if you can. Shout out my girl Courtney Larissa I have my magnetic lashes on today. Let me see if I have anything else that I've bought from anybody. I make it my goal, and I'm really intentional about who I shop with and where my money goes. So just think about that, y'all. If you're going to get probiotics, don't go to GNC. Come get them from me. If you need lashes, financial planning, whatever you need, it's somebody with some melanin that's probably doing it very well.
I promise you that it is. That is my first go-to. I'm going to actually, I'm going to send you a friend of mine, her page. She is, her name is Kelly. She's an author, but she has a dope cookbook called Numbers.
Yes.
Where she's made brownies with avocados in them. I don't even like avocados, but you can't even taste them. She has a dope cookbook. So I'm gonna send her information to you as well. Y'all should connect. Huh?
I love it. Thank you. I love it. I'm here for everybody.
The brownies are good. Like she is a beast with it. And she supported me from day one, so I would definitely be remiss if I did not since we're talking about health and everything like that, she has some dope recipes for pizza, cucumber salad, learning things about food and to make them work for us, especially if you're diabetic or anything like that. So y'all definitely should connect, but make sure again that, like she said, even if you don't want to enroll into a program such as Plexus, buy from her. It still goes back into circling those dollars within our community, and that is what it is all about. Let's not get it twisted. Now more than ever, I truly believe out of this pandemic is going to be the next wave of millionaires, and I don't know about anybody else, but I am determined to be one. You understand? I am determined to be one. Up on my door in my apartment is just different visions and stuff that I want to get done, my goals and stuff. And one of those goals is to I want a yacht vacation, like those 6-figure yacht vacations. That's what that's what it is. But I also know that I cannot achieve that on my own. I have to be able to invest and to help others where I can. So definitely, like I said, if you cannot, and again, say the name one more time of the company. And I know that it's plant-based, probiotics, and everything like that. But
Plexus,
I want to make sure we definitely get the name out there.
It's Plexus, Plexus, plexusworldwide.com. And that's the website. But to reach me, go to my IG at Erica Getting Gutsy. You can send me a message. There is a promo code that I can give you if you want to order that will save you money on your order. And then I have some other incentives and goodies I can help you out with too. So don't just go to the site and order. And also let me talk to you about your health goals and just help guide you to some of my favorite products, y'all. There's one product, probiotics are really good for mental health. And so there's one product that I'm screaming for everybody to put into their regimen. because even if you don't think you're stressed, I promise you, trying to teach fourth grade math, trying to work from home, got a baby in one arm, feeding the dog and the other on a Zoom. We're under a lot of stress. And so I'd love to talk to you and help guide you to some of the products that have really blessed me and just allowed me to find actually my best self during probably some of the worst times that we've been through as a country of late.
Yes, it has to be the worst, because I don't think it has ever been, in the time of speaking with my mother and my father, and now when it's ever been a health pandemic, a race, racism is at all-time high, and the protests and everything. None of us have really been prepared. So I would have to agree with you 100%. In some way, shape, form, or fashion, that stress is hitting you. If that stress is not hitting you, then I'm gonna tell you right, you already gone. Then you already gone, baby, if it ain't hitting you somehow. So make sure that we are definitely supporting Erica. As you can see, she's a plethora of information, and if she doesn't have it, I gotta ask about those magnetic lashes. I've asked about those, because right now I struggle. As you can see, I got on my lashes, but baby, one of them I'm known for putting on a crooked eyelash and just walk on in here like I didn't even do anything. But I've been scared of the magnetic lashes, but I want to try them.
Okay, go look up Courtly. I am Courtly Larissa on Instagram. So Courtney Larissa, this is a funny story. But I want y'all to know this, because this is how real and fervent. My vocabulary, something going on with it right now. I don't know. I must be locked in the house for too long. But when I say I love to support people, I love to support people. So Ready to Love. I don't know if you remember Ready to Love, the show that was shot in Atlanta. You remember Ready to Love, season 1. Okay. So me and Bobby, that was our show. We loved Ready to Love. So one of my my college classmates and one of my good friends, my soror, her husband, Thomas Miles' nephew Tommy, hosted the show. So they have a big Christmas party every year at their house, and Bobby and I went to Christmas party, and a lot of the cast was there. And I just happened, Bobby and I both actually hit it off with some of them. And one of the girls that I just loved on the show, loved in person, was Courtney Larissa. And so we started following each other on IG. She was single at the time, I just kept encouraging her and telling her my story about how Bobby and I met. When I met Bobby from, you were part of all of that. We gotta talk about that on a whole other show.
Right after it became official, and I got a whole nother show that I'm gonna bring y'all both back for that. I got a project that I'm working on, so I'll be in touch. So they actually hear the testimony of that, because they be trying to trick us like Black Love Don't Matter, and I've seen it firsthand. So, I don't have to do
make a long story short. So she does these magnetic lashes. Now, this is a perfect example, y'all. I bought some magnetic lashes from Walgreens. They were horrible. I'm like, that is not for me. Well, she was promoting it, and I said, I'm going to order a pair to support her. And I really love the lashes. Now I order from her all the time. I tell other people about her, and this is how we do it. So these lashes that she retails, I can vouch for them. And I was one of those people that tried the Walgreens magnetics, and I'm like, is it supposed? I mean, what's happening? It wouldn't even stick on.
You're a better woman than me, because Walgreens and magnets will not get in my eye. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. I couldn't even do that. I could not even do that. But tag me or DM me her from her, so I can follow her as well.
Yeah, I will.
But also, I want to thank you so much for coming on. We had a few little technical difficulties at the beginning of the night, but thank you so much for coming on. Again, I will go ahead. If you follow me on social media, you will see Erica. You'll see she's full on melanated. Okay, so make sure that you are supporting. And as we close, again, I thank you all every week. You don't have to spend time with me, but you do, and you come back time and time again. And I appreciate it so very much. So next week, I'm gonna tell y'all, give y'all heads up. Next week, Bougie Vino will be in the building. We're gonna find out why the Vino is bougie. Erica, we gonna work on getting healthier wine because the wiener fall over. I'm like Pookie, man. They be calling me, man. But until next week, make sure that you and I'm gonna, if you follow me on Instagram, only one y'all will be on there for a few minutes as well. I can catch everybody else up as far as with Erica and connect you there. But that's my time. remember, despite how it looks, I think 2020, we thought 2020 was supposed to be about perfect vision. But I truly believe that 2020 is about maintaining the vision, because the vision was perfect when God gave it to you.
Amen.
It was perfect when God gave it to you way before you were even born. So when 2020 came, I think it's here to teach us is that, can you keep your sight set on the vision God gave you in spite of everything that's going on around you? Because if you look, if our sight, what it sees going on around us, it just looks like, when is it going to end? I've often found myself saying, God, where are you? Do you hear? Are you on work? Did you take a day off? I found myself saying that, but I've learned that in spite of, I've had to trust that the vision, when I was created and that vision was placed, my purpose and everything like that, it was perfect, because he does not make mistakes, regardless if we understand it or not. So with that being said, until next week, I love you guys. I will see you all. Erica, thank you so much for joining me tonight. We'll see y'all. We out. Love y'all. Peace.
Yo, I go by the name of Pharrell from the Neptunes, and I just want to let y'all know I'm your pusher. The world is about to feel something that they never felt before. Come on. From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it whip on whip and soft to hard. I'm the neighborhood pusher, call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that, Jack. On or off the track, I'm heavy cuz ball to your fall and shoot the duck to the Fetty Gov. Sorry my love, but I'm seeing through these eyes. Benz convoys with the wagon on the side. Only big boys keep deuces on the ride. Gucci Chuck Taylor with the dragon on the side. Man, I make a buck, why scram? I'm trying to show y'all who the fuck I am. The Jews is flirting, be damned if I'm hurting. Legend in 2 games like I'm Pee Wee Kirkland. Platinum on the block with consistent hits, while Pharrell keep talking this music shit. Bake them cakes as fast as I can, and you can tell by how my bread stack up. Then disguise it as rap so the feds back up. Watch it, like my whip, like my chick topless. Doing a $1.6 with me in the cockpit. Grinding, cousin, I got holes for a dozen. Even 11.5, if I see you keep it coming in my weight, that's just as heavy as my name. So much dough, I can't swear I won't change. Excuse me if my wealth got me full of myself. Cocky, something that I just can't help. Especially when them 20s is spinning like windmills, and the ice 32 below minus the wind chill. Filthy, the word that best defines me. I'm just grinding, man. Y'all never mind me. Better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining, grinding. You know what I keep in the lining. Niggas better stay in line when you see a nigga like me shining. My grind's about family, never been about fame. Some days I wasn't able, there was always Kane. 4.5 will get you in the game. Anything less is just a goddamn shame. Guess the way my watch got blue chips in the face. Glock with 2 tips, whoever gets in the way. Not to mention the hideaway that rests by the lake. Consider my raw demeanor the icing on the cake. I'm grinding like a cripple. Balance weight through the hood, kids call me Mr. Sniffles. Other hand on my nickel, plated whistle. One eye closed, I'll hit you. As if I was slick Rick, my aim is still an issue. Lose your soul in whichever palm I'm holding. One will leave you frozen, the other nodding, dozing. I'm grinding, Jack.